What is the root cause of this rise? What has the police discovered that all of a sudden, between December and January, there is a spike in kidnapping?
In most cases, is the topography of some of these areas. See Buhari, for instance. See the topography.
But there are kidnappings in Lagos. Is topography also
what is the waterways?
A factor?
What is the waterways? Don't forget, the kidnapping in Lagos was actually triggered due to the waterways. Do you know that the water from Lagos, the waterway from Lagos leads to Delta, leads to Port Harcourt, leads to Bayelsa? It's the same waterway.
What about Ekiti? Is that the same thing in Ekiti too?
No, Ekiti is forest. And the thing you need to know is that when you study all this, there are certain things the police cannot do alone.
But these things have been in existence before December and January. The trend has gone up recently. Isn't there a sociological reason for it?
It is not that it's going up like that. Forget what we read in social media. Reality, it is not so. This one in Ekiti is just an isolated case that just happened recently. It's not that something that is happening on a daily basis. No. We have cases that are isolated, but when you read them on social media, you think it is not what you have on record. So we don't have the incident of kidnapping on the rise from Ekiti or anywhere in the southwestern part or in the northeastern or southwestern part of Nigeria. These are isolated cases.
But Mr. PPRO,
yes,
the cases of abduction has been reported. Our security consulting company says that about 68 cases reported in December, 25 reported in November, 71 alone in January. These are the trend.
Chill. I've just told you that's a thing we need to consider when we discuss the issue of kidnapping. And it's not that the security agencies, particularly the police, it's not that we don't rescue. I can tell you that with the record I have, we have many rescues in Abuja, rescues in Plateau, rescues in Kaduna on a daily basis. And I want to put it to you that so far, that the number of total kidnapping suspects arrested, that we even arrested 139. Those are rescued at 154 in the last 1 month. It is not that we don't rescue, but don't forget, let me
I'm
tell
saying
you.
Why has there been a rise?
I have told you that paying for ransom is negative to us. It's not what we should do.
So maybe people think that it's now...
You got to a stage that somebody did crowdfunding on social media. This will not help us in any way. If you do analysis of
that criminal?
It's criminal.
To crowd.
It is criminal. It is criminal. It's not allowed. It's if the federal government condemned the act, crowdfunding is not allowed. How can you come on social media and be telling people to gather money to go and rescue beauty? It kills our moral. It kills the system, and it's not allowed. I say it now. It's condemned. You should not encourage that. The more we encourage payment of ransom, it makes that business, that dirty business, look crazy.
There is a saying that when one fails, he becomes a philosopher. If there's one thing the security agencies in Nigeria are good in, is denying the obvious. One of such agencies is the Nigerian police. We all know how incompetent they are. They are aware of their incompetency and they are not denying it. Anytime they speak, it oozes incompetence. Look at a senior police officer, a so-called police PRO, denying the obvious about crime in Nigeria. When it comes to kidnapping, we all know it is on the rise. Just few days ago, school pupils, our kids, the future of this country, were kidnapped while on their way to school in Ekiti State. A monarch was also killed in Ekiti State. If that is not enough case to show that there is rise in kidnapping in Nigeria, what about the reported cases we've been having of kidnapping in Abuja, especially that of the family of Nabiha, of which he is openly talking about? Abuja is the federal capital of Nigeria, the seat of power. If kidnapping could occur in Abuja, it shows there is a incremental rise of kidnapping in Nigeria. But the police PRO is denying the fact. Nigeria as a whole don't like statistics. That was why Tinubu was hailed by his supporters when he asked, now statistics will go chop, making mockery of Peter Obi. I will be reading out, showing you guys documented cases of kidnapping to show you how ineffective the Nigerian police has been in handling crime in Nigeria. In June of 2023, it was reported that at least 570 kidnapped victims were killed in Nigeria in 11 months, spanning from July 2022 to June 2023. The northwestern region of Nigeria recorded the highest number of kidnap incidents with the period under review. This was reviewed in a report done by a research company, SBM Intelligence, which stated that within that period under review, no fewer than 3,495 people were abducted in 582 kidnap-related incidents, with 570 of the victims killed, and at least 5 billion was reported as ransom demands, while verifying ransom payments amounted to 302 million naira. In the Northwest region, a total of 1,921 kidnap cases were recorded, with Zamfara State recording 765 cases, Kaduna State 690 cases, Katsina 241, Sokoto 176, Kebbi 36, Kano 6, and Jigawa 4, out of which 217 of the victims were killed. In the North Central region, a total of 977 kidnap cases were recorded within 11 months under review, with the Niger State leading with 468 kidnap cases, followed by Kogi State with 163, Nasarawa 79, Kwara 64, Benue 52, and Plateau 45, out of which 153 victims were killed. These are just for kidnapping cases. Also in the South region, a total of 270 kidnap cases were recorded, with Edo State recording 130 cases, Rivers State recorded 60 cases, Cross River State 43, Delta 31, Akwa Ibom recorded 5 cases, and Bayelsa recorded 1 case, out of which at least during the incident victims were killed. These are just kidnapping cases. The report further showed that the Southwest region recorded a total of 168 cases, with Ondo State leading with 83 cases, followed by Osun State, which recorded 29 cases, Lagos State recorded 15 cases, Oyo 13 cases, Ogun 13, and Ekiti 15. Out of these figures, 29 victims of kidnap in the Southwest were killed. Abuja is the seat of power, where the president is domiciled, where all the security agencies are domiciled, the National Assembly, the judiciary, they are all domiciled in Abuja. A single kidnap case in Abuja should be a sort of concern to not only Nigerians but the security agencies. But no fewer than 15 persons have been reportedly kidnapped in the FCT since the beginning of 2024. Remember, these are reported cases, whereas there are many undocumented cases. The one you don't see or read on social media. I am sure this is what the police PRO is saying. He doesn't want you and I to report these cases of kidnapping, to bring it to the fore, to let the world, to let Nigerians know how unsafe we are in Nigeria. Within the last 3 years, Abuja had recorded close to 50 kidnap cases. 50 kidnap cases involving over 200 persons. From January 2021 to 30th June 2023, there were about 40 recorded cases affecting a staggering 236 victims. Between October and December 2023, there were 13 recorded kidnap incidents and 80 victims. In all of these kidnap incidents, these criminals were unchallenged by security agencies. These are recorded cases of which the numbers are alarming. From the east, west, north, and south are cases of kidnapping which are not recorded. The unfortunate aspect of this is that most of these victims are being killed by their adopters. Some cases being reported by the police that they fed kidnapped victims are cases where ransom are being paid. These victims will pay ransom for their release, but the Nigerian police will come on social media and claim that they were freed by the Nigerian police. Here is one of such incidents. The immediate past chairman of Imo State Council of Traditional Rulers, His Royal Majesty Eze Samuel Ohiri, who was recently adopted by unknown gunmen, has vehemently countered social media reports, crediting his freedom from the kidnappers' den to the tactical intervention of the Nigerian police force operative. He said he paid ransom undisclosed in 2 installments after spending 12 days in the kidnappers' den. He also said that there was no attempt made by the police while he was under adoption. In a speech at his palace, Eze Ohiri maintained that the police did not play any part in the drama leading to his regaining his freedom. He said, I wouldn't have opened up, but I have to act this time to tell the world the truth because of the viral social media report. I don't like any organization hiding under government cloak to speak lies, deceive the society, and self-aggrandizement. Narrating his ordeal, Ezori said that he came back to celebrate the 2023 Christmas and 2024 New Year with his family, people of Obi Orodo community, Mbatu local government area of Imo State. Only for him to wake up at the early hours of that fateful day on January 6, 2024 to enter into the hands of what I can describe as merciless boys. They first kept me in an uncompleted building before I was transferred to another place. I saw her during the 12 days I spent with the adopters. I regained my freedom after paying ransom in 2 installments. This is a shame to the Nigerian police, even though we know they have no shame, taking credit for doing absolutely nothing, rather than owning to the obvious, the one who changed the narrative. Changing the narrative or denying the obvious would make the issue to disappear. The only way this issue can be stopped or reduced to the barest minimum is when people who are charged with a certain responsibility are doing their job, and that is what the Nigerian police ought to do, rather than coming on the national television to tell obvious lies. Thanks for watching. Do have a lovely day. Ensure you like, subscribe, drop your comment in the comment reaction box.